to force the issue a bit, trying to look for whatever edge they can get at this stage.
Yep, and also this is a game of lockdown. The team with better lockdown and execution after the lockdown will be having the lead. Now, I don't think Blacklist is going to make the same mistake as their counterparts and allow that sneaky split push coming in from Kyung9 once again.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to let that happen. But Chammy and Kyung9, ooh, trading blows, both of them. Titans in the top lane, and both of them limp away as they don't really want to continue that action. They need to be a little bit careful. Bottom lane here, Siri doing some work, probably on the lower side, but with that wave breaker, that kiddie pool, kind of getting a little bit of sustain at this point.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a very deep pool to get the kill, right? At this point, water will enter their lungs if they make a mistake on the side of Blacklist International.
Yeah, need to be careful here, but it looks like Dragon makes an appearance here, kind of spots himself. Illusion is there, so he's looking for somebody to just get a little bit out of position. The lanes will, push a bit, but through it all, Illusion, patience, but he's not going to take any sort of risk.
Yep, and so far, HoK has not, both HoK and Jashi, they haven't been able to find those open markers to really, squeeze that advantage out in the lane.
Yeah, you need whatever you can get, right? Any sort of edge, any sort of advantage. Who at the end of the day is going to be the better Ogren, right? I think that there's going to be a lot of pressure for both of these guys to really show up to ensure that whoever, takes it out, comes out ahead is going to be key for them.
Oh, okay. There's one small marker here. Illusion steals away that Tusker Ball camp. Does get a little bit of EXP away from Jashi here.
Look at how aggressive they are, right? They're just constantly, just any sort of jungle camp that can be contested, they're going to be there. Like somebody is there. It's either Illusion or HoK. Yeah, no, I love it because you got to put the pressure on. And Jushi's been on point. Dragon's done really well too. Both of these guys are high flying, looking to make things happen across the map.
Yeah, and we won't get an honest one-on-one in this game ever. It is about the combinations offered by both sides based on the roster itself. So lockdown actually a little bit stronger on the side of Blacklist.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Maybe.
If they're able to, and if Chammy's able to do Chammy one things on that Dharma, they're going to have a great time. The initiation is going to be key. Kyung9, on the other hand, he's looking for that, I would say, secondary initiation. You kind of want HoK to kind of start things off. I don't think you really want to start battles off with that boat. You want that when they're kind of grouped up and good to go, right? So I think it's going to be interesting to see exactly when the mid-game is happening and the team fights are about to start, exactly who's going to be able to initiate.
Yeah, actually, I would give, in terms of farm lane advantage, if we're going late game here, I would give it the Golden Kite over Siri here. I think the kit is just more...
Oh, set sail. HoK takes the first Tyrant, and they've been pushed back, and they've given up first blood. Chaz is going to get this one. He's going to get knocked down, but they do have the return. 3 members are already down, and HoK's got a triple kill. Make it a pentakill!
Big win there for the side of Nongshim. HoK, what a time to get a pentakill. 4.5 minutes in, the jungle is open for the taking as well. Nongshim win big with this one.
Oh, absolutely huge. Invading the enemy jungle, and that is the perfect start for Nongshim to be able to get back in. But let's check out the replay here.
Yep, just a little bit too late on the entry coming in from Chammy 1. At the same time, they were very low on the side of Blacklist International as well. Golden Kite, unfortunately, expended that MOBA dance a little bit too early. And with the timing of the Seer State coming in from HoK, it was just picture perfect. Nongshim, they give the first blow, and it's a very definitely one. 5-0 in terms of the KDA.
Yeah, that's the dream, right? You're thinking Game 7, my tournament life is at stake. And what happens? HoK gets a pentakill to start that off. It could not be any better. This has got to be very worrying for Blacklist, who are 3K behind. Now they're trying to force it out. They want to get HoK in return. The Conductor of Souls with the sustain, but they do get the shutdown, and Justy will get this one.
Good recovery, but they need a little bit more because for now, Nongshim, they will have an advantage over the map. The ship is set as well. The sail has been coming. Not going to hit the mark at all.
Okay, he's like me when piloting a boat. Not great, running into the walls, but Dragon's going to be killed first. Oh, but the Conductor of Souls on the Justy just slowing them down. Dragon is down for 15 seconds. That was not great.
Yep, somehow Nongshim, I think they have found the formula to kind of bait out the skills on the side of Blacklist International, and they're punishing them really hard. The jump though,
Yeah, Kyung getting a little bit low, needs to be careful. It looks like he's getting so low, he gets executed by Justji. He's gonna look to walk away. Haku is there, but there's really not much you can do, especially since Golden Kite is kind of on the back of Justji.
Yep. Now you can see in terms of team fights, right? Especially when they're outnumbered, the advantage given by this Diadea on chairs is just that much better. At the same time, when it's a full-on 5v5, Faye is providing a lot more value. Let's take a look at how that went down. He was just out of options. No flash, no set sail, there was no ultimate, no save available.
Yeah, no real chance at that point. I mean, just got out of position, got caught out, and Justji made him pay, right? And he needs that to get himself back in this one. Yes, Haku had that penta kill, but seeing as that he got shut down by Justji, things have kind of changed, right? The net worth lead kind of dwindling, still in favor of Nongshim. They're still in the driver's seat at this point, but Blacklist are finding ways to get back in.
Yeah, they're definitely giving them a big fight here. But Nongshim, I think, in a decent position because they have not lost a single turret across the entire map just yet.
Yeah, but at the same time, they've taken the bottom and the top T1. Now, if they want to commit for that T2, they have to be a little bit deeper. Potential flank can happen, so they need to kind of make sure that they're, going in, slow sieging, potentially taking out that mid T1, which then would open things up a little bit more.
Okay, Haku, I just want to note the difference in the itemization here. Dragon Rage, the item of choice coming in for the side of Justji in comparison to the Blazing Cape. Is this going to be a big difference maker?
It could be. It could be. I mean, at this point. I mean, I think Haku with a slight net worth advantage right now, just trying to be the tank, trying to be up front, right? You want to let Siri do the damage at the end of the day. He has his ways to get out. He can be aggressive if he wants to. You got to make sure that Kyung9 doesn't get caught out without the set sail or the flash. He doesn't want to die again.
Yeah, for now. It's a very important marker to watch out for. Especially, okay, look, another thing happening is the fact that Nongshim have pretty much set base camp in the jungle of Blacklist International. They are not letting go of this lead.
Yeah, and doing a good job, right? When you have the lead, this is all about that map control. Play it to the T, right? And playing it perfectly of just kind of forcing them back. Now, look at Golden Kite. Even pushing out that lane, he's not feeling comfortable. He doesn't know where people are. He's going to get on out of there. Now the Overlord going to be picked up by Nongshim.
Yep, easy map control here from the side of Nongshim. They secure more opportunities for them to really just put pressure around the map. Now, there's one thing that's brewing on the side of Blacklist International, and that is Golden Kite. He is steadily farming. He's keeping pace at, as well with Siri here at 6,000 gold.
Yeah, doing a great job, right? He's doing a great job in terms of any sort of farm. He's been pushing the lanes, and he's basically taking advantage of the space that's been given. It seems like Nongshim were forcing it out in the mid and the top quite a bit, and Golden Kite has been quietly amassing his own net worth, which has done a great job taking the bottom T1. But now with the Vanguards pushing, it looks like Blacklist probably need to group up and figure out some way to deal with this. But they're trying to go for Faye, who's been pushed away, and most of that is going to be there. The set sail does connect, and it looks like Justji will survive under that tower. It looks like Nongshim kind of hitting from afar, but not really able to commit too much.
Okay, I cannot emphasize how important it is for Golden Kite to have exceptional positioning. He needs to be away from the team, but not too far, so that he can capitalize during the chaos of the big team fights. Likewise, the same can be said on the side of Siri, and more importantly, his positioning by Illusion and Dragon is going to make the difference, because if you don't land your Kotosans, you don't land those Ryu engines, you lose the fight.
Yeah. And look at this. I mean, just the jungle invade right here, just going to be picking that up. And Illusion's on the backside, constantly throwing out those Kachusans, making it a little bit uncomfortable because, like, yeah, you go in, but then you have that burst damage potential from Illusion. He catches you out, and he can just literally delete you. Oh, but Chaz in a very dangerous, precarious situation finds Faye. Faye gets back to safety. He's going to be fine. The set sail was used. The Dragon Boat making a way around will connect onto Justji. Haku over the wall with the path of passing. They're going to look to just take the mid T1 instead. They do take that one out. It looks like Nongshim will be on the retreat.
That was a beautiful bait coming out from Haku. He actually made Chami1 miss his truth mantra. And this is a big marker of advantage over to the side of Nongshim. Now they know there's no counter-attack. They can, once they take this Tyrant, they can immediately make a beeline for their Shadow Overlord and make life a little bit difficult. But whether it's fast enough, we don't know.
Yeah, Overlord, about 10% there is going to be picked up here. But here's the set sail. He's looking for Dragon. Not able to connect. They find Chami instead. Chami gets blown up on this one. Dragon has been killed as well. And the Infinite Vast is on forward. the double kill by Chammy, or he's going to go down, and 4 members down. Justy's the only one alive, but they do have the Vanguard. That will potentially slow this push as all 5 members of Nongshim still alive.
All right, he did buy some time for the team. I think it might be enough this time, right? 13 seconds, I don't think it's going to be quite enough time for them to march into the crystal to make that work for themselves on the side of Nongshim. They will be able to take the tier 3 though, so that's a unfortunate situation for the side of Blacklist International. Now Nongshim, they are playing really well with the refresh onto the set sail. Now this is an issue that we have not seen many teams come out on top of. And maybe Blacklist might fall victim to this Nongshim strategy once again.
Yeah, but again, opening a door to your base, it just says, it's like, and Kyung9 is the one that enters, and he just like gets into your, into the back of your house. It's super scary, right? Understanding where he's going to be and playing the macro game is going to be super important, right? You got to fix the lanes before you can do anything. You don't want to overstep your boundaries. The bottom T2 is going to go down, and it looks like this game has been kind of shifting in favor of Nongshim as they are turning into a 5K net worth lead.
Yep, and Siri already has the Siege Breaker in his kit. So every single Flaming Palm is going to hurt that much more.
Yeah, it's going to do a lot of damage, right? And I don't know if Golden Kite has really had the damage. I mean, it seemed, for me, it was a slight edge for the Loom over the Arlie, and that's kind of where, I mean, especially with the Dolia, right? You have that secondary infinite fastness so you can get on out of there. You're kind of protected. But in terms of like range, farm, burst, I just really like the Loom pick, and I just feel like the Arlie one is a little bit more on the underwhelming side. Oh, but they're going. Oh, they found him. They have the knockup of Faye, survives, and here are the big bullies, the big brothers. Haku is there. They've slowed down Chaz. The set sails. He's going to connect, and they've got the knockup, and they found Chaz. But what can they do? Dragon is going to be killed as well as Chammy. They're looking to take it down. Justy's trying to fight this one, but the infinite fastness is going to push him into the top lane. He's going to be fine. Kyung9 is still there. Faye is going to be killed. Justy does get that kill, but now with the base open, the minions are there. The base is at about half-life. They're slowly trickling in. Kyung9 and Haku all the way up in front. Justy trying to defend, but they take the base. And congratulations to Nongshim.